guys, this is Tranquil Tarot here to present the pick a card reading for your future occupation or future job or future business or future calling from the universe. So let me introduce myself. I am Tranquil Tarot. I am a Philippine-based tarot reader. I've always loved everything about tarots, and I've always loved everything about mysticism. So I'm trying to widen my audience, and I'm trying to connect to more people because I do find these things very nice. I enjoy these things a lot. So before we start the reading, a little love and light mist from spirituality. I really love this mist because it protects me from unwanted energies, and it hopefully protects you from any unwanted entities while doing the reading. So I've said too much, but basically I am a tarot reader in the Philippines, and I want you to know that tarot is a guidance system. It is not at all fortune telling, so take what resonates and leave what does not. If you think you don't like the outcome of the cards that I have presented for you, feel free to change your future by simply changing your current actions and intentions. With that said, we will dive right in. So you have three options: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. This is for pile number 1. So you see this beautiful and unique green butterfly earring. And I don't know why I chose earring for today. I was supposed to choose crystals like last video, but something was drawing me to my earring collections. I'm not sure why. So again, this is pile 1, the green butterfly. Pile 2 is the diamond earring. Beautiful, it sparkles, and really beautiful, though it came from my mother. And 3, a pearl earring that I got from our trip to the beach, Zambales. Okay, so this is your third option. So feel free to meditate and choose upon these 3 earrings. What do you think, or which earring do you think is drawn to you, and which are you drawn to most? And choose that earring. I will give you a few more minutes and you can pause the video to meditate and simply choose. Alright, and while you're choosing, I would like to advertise on my manifestation ritual jar is going to happen on January 29, since it will be a new moon and a new year. So it's a Chinese New Year and it's a new moon. It's once in a lifetime though, so it'll really amplify all of our manifestations. Okay, so let's start with pile number 1. Hi, pile 1, you chose the very unique green butterfly earring. It's beautiful actually. This is the last dangle that I have. Not sure what happened to the other pair, but see that? It's beautiful, and it's asymmetric. See? It's asymmetric. So this tells me that your future profession, your future occupation, your business is something very unique, very esoteric, to the point that only a few people would break in that industry and be successful. So you have little to no competition. Alright? That is what I'm getting for your future occupation, future business, or future profession. Oh, beautiful card to have. Oh, very, very beautiful cards. So the King of Wands, this talks about how basically you're entrepreneurial. You have that fiery drive within you. You're basically an all or nothing kind of person. So either you're all in or you're not. Okay? Either you never half-ass anything, and which is a good thing because this will bring you success. This will bring you a lot of money. And I'm not going to lie to you, with the 3 of Wands here, I do see that you're on the fence about something. Meaning you're either on the fence about other people, about colleagues, about the people that you work with, or your family members. You're always on the fence. So I do see that your future profession is something very unique, that you don't have any competition, and it's something that will demand a lot of your time. Okay? And you will be very successful though, because this future profession of yours is something that you're passionate about. So, that, for example, you're passionate about cookies. Cookies, right? You will sell cookies and you will sell the hell out of these cookies and you will be successful. So, I do see a lot of that going on. You're going to be involved in an industry where you have little to no competition. So let's see what the cards, or what the other cards say. Okay, give me. Aha. Alright, it jumped. It jumped out of nowhere, and I believe these are 3 cards. Yep, alright. The distorted masculine, the sacred woman, and the luminosity card. Alright, so let's start with the distorted masculine. I am so sorry to say this, but this profession of yours will consume a lot of your identity. So it will consume a lot of your identity. It will consume a lot of your time. You will barely have time for yourself and for the ones that you love, which brings me back to this 3 of Wands. I feel as if you're on the fence about something, and I feel as if that, okay, your rise is inevitable, yes, but so are the people who are out to get you. So the distorted masculine is always alone, always busy, always looking behind his back. I do see that you will be in the city, not in the province. You will spend so much time in the city and you will barely spend time alone. Now, the sacred woman tells me one thing. Either you actually have to rely on a woman doing your job, or the competition that you have in this particular market are women. Because you also have women here. You also have luminosity here. So this will bring, this profession, this occupation, this job will start as something that you love, as something that brings light into your life. But it will slowly become something that you hate. But you are successful in it. You're very successful in it. Okay, so let's see what the Mindful Messages deck have to say for you. God, channel messages to me for pile number 1. Alright, so boom. It's not personal. Yep. Yes. So sorry. Okay. So you have 2 cards here. It's not personal card and follow my joy. So when I say it's not personal card, I really see that you're going to step on a lot of people. It's like you're climbing this corporate ladder and you're going to step on a lot of people who deem you as a friend. Now, I said that you have little competition. Remember that? I think you made it sure that you had little competition, because it will start as something that you love, and inevitably it would twist its way and become something foul, and it's something that was inevitable because of who you are. You are unfortunately the distorted masculine, someone who will always look behind his back, someone who will treat his friend as a foe when it comes to occupation or profession or work. So it is not personal. And if you look at it, people's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. So I do understand that you have that type of animalistic tendency. And with that said, I also see that technology would be a huge part of your profession. Now, it's kind of cliche to say this, I understand, to say that technology is a huge part of your occupation. Kasi sasabihin, huh, isn't that applicable to all? But yours is more so because it dives into communication and it dives into advertising. Now follow your joy. Your profession started as something joyful to you, and it slowly twisted its way to be something corrupt because again, you are the distorted masculine. You are someone who would always keep on looking back on his shoulder, seeing that you are not being followed or you're not being trampled. Okay, so that's what I got for pile number 1. Now, take this as it resonates and leave what does not. Again, this is a guidance system. It is not at all fortune telling, so take what resonates and leave what does not. You're always free to change your future, and do know that tarot can always be changed. Okay? So, bye-bye. We will dive into the second pile, which is the diamond earring. Hi, so for the diamond earring, this is what you chose. I am getting the sense that what you chose, it's a little bit traditional. So if you are say a man, and you had a father, and your father will either push you to become an engineer or a business major. So very traditional to the point that it's very predictable already. So let's see the cards. Oh, very beautiful. Oh, so okay, this is going to be very sad and very nice. So I have good news and bad news. Bad news is I have a feeling that the people who chose this pile were forced to choose their majors in college, meaning your parents or parent or your parental figures actually chose the major for you. So if you're an engineering major, you chose engineering not because you wanted maths or you were particularly good at maths. It's because you were being forced to do maths. You were being forced to choose engineering. And with the 6 of crystals here, trying to break that that generational trauma, you're trying to break that family cycle that's so embedded in your DNA already. So you're trying to break that, and you have difficulties in breaking that. But what I want you to know is that if you did choose a major in college that was chosen for you by your parents, and you actually stuck to it, you would be the Page of Stars. You would have limitless opportunities for you. Okay? The people who chose this pile are blessed financially. So you have 100 reasons, you have 100 problems, but finances is not a problem at all. Alright? So I do understand that your occupation has something to do with family. So either it's a family business, or your father's occupation is your occupation, or your mother's occupation is also your occupation, and you're trying to break out of it. So now we need to see what the cards have to say. Okay, give me messages or anything at all for pile number 2. Shit. Alright. So, you have 2 cards, inner peace and spiritual maturity. I do understand that inner peace is something that you feel as if you need to fight for. Happiness is something, being content is something that you need to fight for. Now, inner peace can only come if you actually break that family cycle, that generational trauma, which I have to admit, the spiritual maturity tells me 2 things. Either this has been going on since your grandfather's time, or this will keep on going on unless you actually break it. So your profession has something to do with your current family or your current family members, and even though that you are blessed financially, you don't feel inner peace, you don't feel love, you don't feel happiness or content. So I do see that with that profession, with that calling and universe, or with that calling from the universe, you have to break the family cycle first before manifesting any profession, because that's the thing. Manifestations only happen if you're healed. And with the inner peace here, this tells me that you haven't healed yet. You haven't healed at all. So why would the universe give you what you're meant to do if you have not healed? So break that generational trauma first. Break that heal from that generational trauma. I'm so sorry. Heal from that generational trauma and break that family cycle first before diving into anything else. Okay? So let's see the mindful messages for you. Please tell me, what does pile number 2 need to hear? What do they need to hear? I definitely love this card because this card is self-explanatory. It has messages and it basically sums up the entire reading. What does pile number 2 need to hear? I think one more. Great. Oh, I'm so sorry. So you have 3 cards. Get focused. Oh, I'm so sorry. So releasing anger, get focused, and personal journey. With the releasing anger, this card is often associated with, again, generational trauma or family cycles that need to be released. So you see those chains. I often see this in a reading if the parent or a child is very angry at someone, particularly the parent. So I am so sorry if this happened for you, if this happened to you, but you have to release anger. You have to release anger from that emotional trauma that you got from generational trauma and family cycles, and for them pushing things that were not really meant for you. So get focused. What is it that you want? What is it that you need to do? Tell them what you want to do. Begin your personal journey as early as now and release any anger or inhibitions, or release that unwanted feeling towards your parents. Because if you heal from that, only then will the universe give you what you truly need to do as an occupation or as a profession or as a calling. Because you have to heal from this before you are given a grand gift, a grand calling from the universe. Okay, so I am so sorry that you actually had to listen to this. I know that some people here are hurt, some people here are very some people here love their families. I understand that, but you have to understand though, you matter. All right, pile number 2, you matter, and what you want and what you desire matter. So please be very courageous and tell your parents, tell the ones you love what you want, and ask for their forgiveness and forgive them. Heal from that generational trauma. Alright? Now, I will be choosing pile number 3 in a while, but for now, I want to comfort those who chose pile number 2. I want you to know that you are not alone. Okay? So take a deep breath and love and light. So for that pile number 3, this beautiful, beautiful pearl earring, very feminine. The pearl is known for being feminine, for being graceful. So I do feel that if the people who chose pile number 3 are either women, or they have feminine energies surrounding them, or their occupation is somehow related to the feminine energy, to women. So, and this is actually a very beautiful color because it's not pink, it's not white, it's a little bit of gold and bronze. Bronze. Okay, so let's dive into your reading. You have 2 cards, like everybody. Oh, see, I told you this is very feminine. You have both queens, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Stars. So, with these queens in mind, you are very emotionally balanced. I do see a lot, you will stem into something creative. So, either this is writing, either this is the arts, or this is the arts or writing, something very creative, music even, and you will gain a lot of money from it, which is why you have the Queen of Stars. I do see that you have a lot to offer for the world. You can even offer them flowers, you can offer them beautiful mosaic artists. So I do see artists chose pile number 3, and congratulations, pile number 3, you will be very successful in this endeavor, which is why you have the Queen of Stars here. Alright, and my suggestion for pile number 3 is that you actually have to surround yourself with feminine energy, because feminine energy will amplify your creativity and your grace, and they will amplify what you need to actually succeed in this market. Okay, so we will be shuffling your messages meant for you. I do get this feeling that you are artists, pile number 3. Oh, divine masculine, that's interesting. Oh, all right then. So very oh, all right then, pile number 3, you are okay. The divine masculine, resolving conflict, love, and emotional freedom. So I do sense that you are being called to spread love and emotional freedom. Something that you do, something about you, something about your work resolves conflict and heals inner children, like heals an inner child, and they basically turn something about what you do, something about what you create, turns distorted men into divine masculine. So either you're creating peace or you're resolving conflict, either you're at HR or you're someone who definitely wants to spread love and peace. Okay? I do feel that you are someone in the creative side, in the not logical, very creative, so very artist, and you will love what you do. You will be given the emotional freedom in your 20s, because I do see that you will with this type of profession, you will have this perfect work-life balance. You will work probably online, and you will have drinks with your friends, with your family. You will not sacrifice a single second of your time if it's not being paid. So I do see a lot of that happening. And pile number 3, this is so beautiful, because this is so beautiful because you are creating love and you are resolving conflict, doing what you do, and you are very artistic. So let's see what the cards have to say for that. Mindful messages. Give me messages for pile number 3. Give me messages for pile number 3. Give me messages for pile number 3. What will they do in the future? Their profession, their calling. Oh. One thing that I understand though is that you might even be a guidance counselor or a psychiatrist. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Cards are flying for you, pile number 3. Alright then. Yeah, cards are definitely flying for you. So, as see at the bottom of the deck, you have the edge of greatness. You are quite literally inches away from having the dream life that you want. This is beautiful. So you have 4 cards. Watering your dreams, which tells me that you already have, see, this is the 4th card. So watering your dreams, you already know what your dreams are, and you're at the edge of greatness. So wherever you are, the universe is trying to tell you, chill. All right, chill, girl. You will be there sooner rather than later. Right now, let me water the dreams. You've done the work, and let me do the manifesting for you. Tune into your energy. Today, you have to tune into your energy before doing what you normally do. Take a moment to actually slow down. All right, the universe is telling you to place your hands at your heart space and take a few deep breaths. Right? See, my own energy. Whatever you do as your profession, you will be dealing with a lot of people. You will be resolving conflict. So that's why I told you guidance counselor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or an artist who connects to people using their art, because you have unique lives here. The unique lives tells me that you would touch so many different lives using your profession. You will save many lives using your profession, and your job is not to change others but to simply love them. See, I'm telling you, you were sent here by the universe to love people, to understand them. Okay, so that's all I have. That's all I have for you, pile number 3. This is so beautiful. And again, the pearl is actually a very nurturing gemstone. Out of all of the crystals, out of all of the gemstones, pearl is something that was formed out of irritation, right? It was formed out of irritation. It became something beautiful. So something tells me that you want to save lives, you want to resolve conflicts, because you grew up in a conflicting environment. You grew up in a not so good environment, and you want to save as much people as possible. And you'll do that, pile number 3. You will do that, and you will do more. So that's all I have to say for you. Thank you so much for choosing Tranquil Tarot. Thank you so much for viewing my YouTube video, and please know that if you want any private readings with me, just message me on my Facebook, and I will entertain you. And also, I have manifestation rituals during new moon and new moon and full moon. And this upcoming January 29, I do have a new moon, new year ritual, and it's very once in a lifetime, so I hope you get to join me. And that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Remember, tarot is a guidance system. It is not at all fortune telling, so take what resonates and leave what does not. With that said, I will end the recording here. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day ahead. As always, love and light. Thank you.